Christians should share their faith with gays and transgenders and lesbians is a huge issue. I want to take a minute and talk about how we need to do this in a very loving way, but also in a very biblical way. Going back to Romans chapter 1, and again, this is kind of part 3 of this whole conversation that we're having about how to deal with those that are homosexuals and lesbians and gays. Romans chapter 1, in verse 21, it says, "For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened." If you want to talk to someone who is coming from this background, you got to go all the way back to the beginning and to talk to them about God, honoring who God is. Well, who is God? Well, God is sovereign, God is holy, God is just, God is love, God is righteous, God is all-powerful, he's all-knowing, he's all of those things. And when someone properly understands who God is, then understand that they were created by God, understand that God is a just God who is going to hold people accountable, that there is a heaven, that there is a hell. All of a sudden, all of those basic things that most Christians consider basic, having them understand that, they're either going to accept God or they're going to either reject God. And what we need to realize is we need to do some things that are called creation evangelism. We take people all the way back to the very beginning and talk to them about how God created them as individuals and created man and what God plans for man and the purposes that he has for people, and that he wants to give people eternal life, to live with him and to be with him and enjoy him forever. So all of that coming back to who God is where you need to start. You can't start with sin, you got to start with who God is. And then we understand who God is because he's holy. And so we move forward from there. So when we're evangelizing these people, we need to tell them the truth, and the truth about who God is. And hopefully the Spirit of God will open up their eyes, that they will see the difference between the lie that they believe about who God is and the real true God, who is a holy God, who is a righteous God, who demands us to live in relationship with him and know that he's a just God and he has judged us as sinners, and there's a reason for that. Hope this helps, and God bless you as you try and interact with people who love God and who are struggling with some major sins. Thanks.